My background is a very unique background where I'm the only one out of 8 to graduate from high school. I recently went home for spring break because my brother, who's 2 years younger than me, was on trial for second-degree murder for something that happened back when he was 19 years old. And they had arrested him in August 10th, I believe, of this year. So he's been in jail ever since. And of course, when the jury found him not guilty, but he lost 7 months of his life. You know, he's been on a good track. He's been working as a chef for Aramark at Bausch & Lomb, and he lost his job. And now he's having to start all over. But I also know that, you know, when he dropped out of high school, just like a lot of my other siblings, they ran with the wrong crowds. And sometimes your environment can be a predictor of ultimately your outcome in life. My job is to come here and to tell you all that that's not the case. It doesn't have to be that way. It's so easy to think about what you're seeing in your neighborhood if you're growing up in a neighborhood where it's gangs and it's a drug-infested neighborhood, and you look at the fast lane, right? Like people making all of this money and they don't have anything to show for it other than the hurt that continuously is repeated in that community. So my job is to come in here and say to all of you, it's no excuse, because I grew up in a situation where my mom was a drug addict. She died of a drug overdose. My real father is alive. I actually just met some of my new family this past Easter, some of my family members on his side. So I don't know my father, just like many of you. I lived in and out of different homes. And I made it. And I don't want, because of what you're going through at home, to be an excuse and to become a crutch for why you can't change the trajectory and the outcome in your life. That's what I'm getting ready to bring to this school system. And I can tell you, everywhere that I've gone, it's worked. Right? It's worked. And we have to have high expectations for you. And we have to say that we're not going to allow you to skate. That's the worst thing we can do. Oh, well, you know, his home situation is this or her home situation is that. We gotta take it easy on them. You have to work. Because when you graduate from high school, you become my competitor. You're competing against me. You're trying to get what I have. And guess what? If I have a job, I'm doing everything in my power to protect my job. I'm not going to feel sorry for you when you become a member of society. So my job and my responsibility as an educator is to prepare you to graduate from this school system and to be completely competitive, to be ready to get out and thrive, and to be ready to compete against me.